Hello, Internet, and welcome to Conserving 915, America's #1 Latinx conservative talk show. I'm Dave.
El pinche Steve is here.
It's Angel.
There you go. You broke protocol for the first time.
Yeah, I'm always third.
You are always turd.
So, anyways.
So, what do we got for you guys today?
So, we gotta hand it to Trump and his virility.
Oh, my.
Not like
His virility.
All right, what are we talking about?
his stoutness.
Man, he's just such a stud.
His stoutness. Because unlike our beloved president, who needs to wake up like at 9 to start his workday like at 11.
And only work for 2 hours.
And end by 2 with a nap.
I thought the Secretary of the Press said he does more by 7 than most people do all day.
Yeah, in his dream.
In
his vivid dreams caused by all the medication that he's probably taking.
Now, we have good news from former President Trump that he, after the whole debacle,
current Emperor Trump.
The current dictator Trump.
That
he has announced as a good dictator his VP.
Wow. Finally. Man, nobody was waiting for this.
No one at all. So, after being shot, the only thing that Trump said is, I have to name my VP. In case.
I have to make myself unassassinatable.
Basically, 3D chess right there. In any case, he nominated JD Vance, and JD Vance has accepted his nomination. Yeah,
I don't know about y'all, but man, he's got eyes, man. Holy moly! I didn't even realize he had very nice eyes.
What are you talking about?
JD Vance.
Like, are you being literal?
Yeah. Have you seen his eyes? They're like, holy moly.
No,
I haven't.
I've seen the guy, but then I didn't notice anything. I don't know.
Okay.
That's why I had to ask you if you're being literal.
What do you guys think about JD Vance?
I don't really know anything about him. I actually heard that that he had been a no Trumper guy, right?
He was for a little bit, yeah.
But so I don't.
Kind of turned.
But you know what?
Turn that chip around.
I'll tell you what. I'm happy it wasn't Marco Rubio.
Nikki
Haley. I had heard about Marco Rubio not being even qualified because they were both from Florida or something.
Yeah. And that's right. They can't be from the same state.
But since he was from New York before, I don't know how that would play out. But I kept on hearing Marco Rubio, his name being tossed around. I was no way, man. You know what? I was even ready if it's him. I mean, I'm all 100% Trump, but if he would have picked Marco Rubio, I don't think I would have been like excited or like all that with Trump, because Marco Rubio's from the Unit Party.
Yes.
You know, he's a Unit Party guy. So I'm hoping JD Vance is the total opposite.
Well, it appears that he is. I mean, he is still kind of new to the whole political scene.
Well, let me interrupt. I'd rather have somebody new than somebody that's been there for 50 years, like the installed puppet right now, like Pelosi. They keep, it's like every time their election comes up, they promise you're going to fix the same things that they've been there trying to fix for 50 years. So, a lot of people say, oh, that's a bad thing. Like when Hillary says, oh, I have all this experience. Well, bad experience isn't good experience. So that's what they don't know. But you know what? When you said he was new, I'd rather have somebody new than we keep on getting the same recycled guys over and over again. And everything, things do change, but for the worse, it seems like.
I was seeing that he had some ties to like some sort of an mRNA company, and that to me seemed kind of like shady. These guys.
Vance.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm getting deep state vibes from him. I would have preferred a General Flynn VP pick, but
that would have been awesome. Yeah. Or I like the Vivek. I think I would have rather gone with him. I didn't like him at first, but then you started talking to me about him, and then I started I didn't like him for president, but I think he would have been a cool.
He'd be an amazing press secretary, honestly.
Well, you know who I like for press secretary.
Alex Jones for press secretary.
I mean, obviously.
I
would run across. Now I'll just run down the street.
Yeah, naked. Dude, please don't do it.
If Alex Jones becomes press secretary,
that would be.
You know, we'd be hearing like all these really cool one-liners like you mean like what Jeffrey Epstein did with the Clintons?
Like during that whole trial, they were trying to make him seem like a conspiracy theorist, but then all his rebuttals were true, and the people were speechless.
It blew back in their face, and like it blew up in the media.
AJ, man, he's a legend, honestly.
And seriously. A lot of things he says aren't that crazy anymore,
Well, no, they're not.
Well, let's just hope for the best, especially with this JD Vance guy. What we do know.
Well, you like his eyes, so.
Oh, he has gorgeous eyes. I mean that in the most platonic way possible. It's just weird.
It's just weird, dude.
A man doesn't say that about another man unless he wants something, and it's not money.
You just want him to be a good vice president.
I just hope he is. What we do know for a fact that he's a very religious guy.
Like Biden?
Well, we don't know for a fact. He could be putting on a show.
Yeah, he needs to prove it. Like Biden says he's Catholic.
Yeah.
Is he Catholic?
That's
no, I'm talking about Biden.
Oh, Biden? No, he's not.
So even this guy, man, a
lot of people like to put on the show.
I'm hoping that Trump was good at picking this guy. So at this point, I'm kind of going along with trusting Trump's pick, But as far like that he says he's Catholic, well, that's good. But
this is what kind of makes it more believable for me. It's like he was not, and he actually recently-ish, by like 2019 is when he converted and he was baptized into the Catholic Church. So, and it's always the converts that are most
vehement.
Yeah.
Is that what the studies show?
That's what studies show.
No.
How many? I don't know if you guys watch stuff like Pints with Aquinas or other shows like that with Catholic dudes. They bring on converts and just have them share their experiences, and it's like sometimes I feel a little jealous. Like, man, I wish. Like I've been in the church my entire life, and I wish I had that.
That's what I was telling my brother the other day.
Zeal that they have.
I've heard some interviews with some ex-satanic high priests and stuff, and how they saw God and now they're filled with the Holy Spirit and all this. And I'm like, man, so what's wrong with me?
Yeah, do I need to start doing some really evil stuff?
Well, no, I don't. Well,
Probably not. No, Paul says don't do that.
Actually. I do not think that, but I do think like, man, I've been going to church pretty much since. I mean, seriously, for the past 10 years, but I'm like, man, I haven't had that experience.
Right.
So, which is kind of good, I guess. I don't want to freak out.
And okay, as far as this, like, confirming that he has virtue, I'm not suggesting that either. I just find it really interesting how we have one installed puppet that claims to be a Catholic, but actually disagrees with Catholic doctrine, which, in turn, automatically puts him into schism and makes him a non-Catholic,
Which is kind of cool. There was a bishop or a priest, I think, that actually excommunicated a politician. I don't know if it was like in Australia or New Zealand or something like that. And I thought that was like pretty cool, man. This guy's actually like does what he believes, like he wasn't giving like that guy I guess can't get communion anymore, because I think he was pro-abortion. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
which is. It's in the duty of a priest to do. If a priest knows this person and how they live their life and sees that, hey man, it's not actually good for you to be taking communion, and stops him from it. It's not like I saw some people getting all pissy because Nancy Pelosi was denied communion. They're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. They're denying her right to. Oh, now it's a thing. But there's a whole reason behind it that is valid, and it's actually good for the person to call it's a manner for the priest to call them to conversion. Just turn away from your evil ways and follow Christ. I mean, that's it.
And most people do that on their own. Like if you're insane or you haven't confessed, well, you just don't. You take it upon yourself not to have communion. You know what I mean?
Well, if they have a conscience.
But some people think it's just like
it's just
a treat
symbol.
you get.
It's a symbol.
Get a treat today.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
But what I do think is interesting is what I had mentioned before is he's actually a convert. And that speaks a lot to like the integrity of a person is if it's a lifelong Catholic, usually doesn't show very many signs of.
You were born into it, so it's just like your thing, and this
Mm-hmm.
guy chose as a conscious being.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah.
And part of being Catholic is not living a. I mean, Christianity as a whole, really, it calls us not to, or Christ calls us not to live two lives. You can't say you're a Christian in here, but then when it comes to like policy or whatever, if they're a politician, you're like, well, no, I mean, actually, socially, I disagree with this, but I think it's the right choice to give women the right to choose or something like that, or allow access to health care to minors with gender dysmorphia. So that's not being a Christian. That's not being a Catholic. When you move the goalposts in your job, to become a Christian and to be a Catholic means that it involves your entire life. It's not something that you just put in a little box and save it for Sunday, and that's it. Like it can't be, because then you'd be living two lives. That's the only reason that I thought it was interesting. It gave me, I read up a little bit about JD Vance, not a whole lot, but this is what really jumped at me, is and I don't know, it just gave me hope that what, maybe he'll be a good moral, virtuous person, or at least striving to be virtuous, and not screw Trump when he's trying to turn around
He's trying to make America
make
great
make,
again.
make things right, and he's like stab him in the back. No, a Christian, especially someone who converts into Christianity, into Catholicism, it wouldn't do. But who knows? I mean, every man is an island. Every mind is a world of its own. So it's still we don't know much about the guy. All I can do is hope for the best, and this to me personally was a sign of maybe it's a step in the right direction. So gives me hope. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, hopefully.
This reminds me of a story of like this chick that I was seeing one time. I totally broke up with her because she had like some tarot cards. Like, I never screwed around with Ouija boards, dude. I never screwed with any of that stuff.
That is a gateway drug.
I was like, whoa, it was nice knowing you. Have a good life.
What is something? Did something stand out to you, Steve, about this?
Well, it's just the article that I've been trying to pull up for the past 12 minutes is basically an interview that this Rod Dreher conducted with Mr. JD Vance. And for time constraints, we're just going to leave it with his answer to the question, why Catholicism? Why now? Because he was a grown man. He had his own convictions. He lived his life. And he later decided to become a Catholic. So it says here, I was persuaded over time that Catholicism is true. I was raised Christian, but never had a super strong attachment to any denomination and was never baptized. When I became more interested in faith, I started out with a clean slate and looked at the church that appealed most to me intellectually, which is very important because the Catholic faith does say that ratio et fides, that reason and intellect have a relationship and they're intimately entwined together. In any case, so any of you who believe that faith is a jump in the void, that's not true.
Yeah, it's not true actually. We're called to wrestle with these doubts that we may have. Find the truth, and it's splayed all over church history. There's actually a phrase about it, like a Protestant who studies church history becomes a Catholic, and a Catholic who doesn't study becomes a Protestant. And I'm not trying to. No, I'm not trying to like what do you call it?
Bash anyone.
Bash on
just
any Protestants, but it's the one true church that was established by Jesus Christ, and it has it has been sustained by the Holy Spirit up until now, and it will continue to, because He said so. Christ said so in the gospel.
And I was just laughing because I remember that video. I don't know if you guys saw it, about Jordan Peterson. where he goes, "Protestants, you're the worst."
Oh, really? Is that
Dude.
I have not seen that.
I'll send
my
it to you later,
goodness.
man. I'll link in the description for
Link
this
it,
one, dude. It's
please.
hilarious.
So in any case, in
Everybody, come back home. Come to Rome. You are welcome in the body of Christ. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
interesting fact, the reason why the Plaza of St. Peter is the shape the way it is.
Isn't it some Freemason?
No. There's
The
actual,
obelisk and all that.
like everything Catholicism tries to evangelize also with art and with architecture. And the thing is that it's like the two arms that are branching out of the Vatican trying to get a hold and hug the world of the people who come in to listen to the Pope. And so, yes, it's an embracing institution, but of course there's limits because there's a good way and a bad way to live.
course.
In any case, which is something that also appealed to me by JD Vance, that he's a person who thinks things through. He's critical about his positions, like the position he had with Trump. Once he saw how Trump acted, that's when he started to be convinced that maybe he's not that bad of a guy. And then now he stands with him, saying that this is what I feel to be what America needs. Again, Trump as president, which is something he went through to his own personal life and saying, you know what, he is faced with the reality that he needed faith, and he was critical about his position and tried to wade in those waters of scandal. As he says here, it probably would have happened sooner, his conversion to Catholicism, if the sex abuse crisis or the newest version of it hadn't made a lot of the headlines. It forced me to process the church as a divine and a human institution, and that it would mean, and what it would mean for my 2-year-old son. But I never really questioned over the past few years that I would become Catholic. In any case, so there is a vision there that I find quite appealing in JD Vance, that he's able to discern, especially in the Catholic Church, its reality. That there's truly a divine institution that Christ placed upon this earth in the feeble hands of men.
And feeble, they have their moments.
And they have their own. The first pope was a traitor.
Yeah, he denied.
He denied him and left him on the cross. And he almost did not accept his martyrdom. So says the tradition. In any case, so we see a man who is trying to walk according to his ideals, according to his criteria, according to his faith, which is something that I would like to see in political figures and leaders.
Right.
And if they
same,
stumble or
same
whatnot.
here. Like like another tired thing that I actually see other religious people, especially Catholics, saying like, well, Trump, he's actually not even, I don't even think he's Christian. Why would you ever vote for someone like that? He's so unvirtuous. He's such a dirty man. He cheated on his wife, and he's just so, he's so dirty and why would you even? I'm like, okay, we're not saying like you'd mentioned. Our wish obviously is that more virtuous people, or at least more people trying to live a virtuous life, become involved in the whole political process. But only those that don't live a double life, only those that take it seriously in 100% of their life. Those are the ones that I think they're at least less prone to be corrupted by money, which is a lot of what corrupts politicians is money.
Yeah, and with this guy, with Trump, he's one of probably the rare breed that walked out of the presidency with less money.
With less
than
money.
he went into,
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
all these guys, like, they go in with, I mean, they're not bums. Well, I mean, they're bums, but not economical
bartenders.
bums. But, they go in with some money. They come out with a lot of money.
ooh, yeah. And it continues after.
And to me, like I've heard people say that is it bad to go out on your wife or to do mean things to your wife? Yeah, definitely. But if you're gonna measure people having a job by their morals, I don't know how many people. I think we talked about it before.
Yeah.
How many people would have a job?
Right,
If
exactly.
you give them a morality test, even those people that accuse Trump of knowing all these things, some of you guys might not even have jobs if they check your morals. You know what I mean?
Honestly.
So
So,
it's
you know,
just-
yeah, that's why it's so tiresome when they go when people say that.
But I have to do, like, I don't know if you would agree with this, but I think there are some things, though, that do cross the line that where you're in a position where, like, the ethics really are important,
Mm-hmm.
where, like, you're in a position where you have the public trust, like, say, law enforcement, or, like, the FDA, like we're discussing. In the
Oh yeah,
previous
exactly.
episode.
Yeah.
Like, those people need to be trustable and they need to be, like, ethical, you know? And, like, I think in those jobs, like, there's certain things that if a person can't trust you, like an honesty situation, I don't think you should be in those types of positions.
Yeah, because you have other people's lives in your hands,
Exactly, yeah.
like whether
Like
it
if
be
you cheat on
policy
your wife
or whatever.
like that might be one thing, you know. That's a bad thing, of course, you know. But I think there's, if you're dishonest, when you're
Well, cheating on your wife is dishonest.
no, but like the guy might cheat on his wife, but he might be honest about it with his wife, like, hey, I screwed this up, or they might go to counseling or whatnot. You know what I mean? But like, I mean, like, straight up lying and then like not owning up to.
Yeah, not coming clean.
Yeah.
That's another part of being a man. You screw up, you pay the paper. You know, you take the consequence and the responsibility.
Like, for me, there's zero tolerance for that kind of stuff, I think. But I don't know. You guys
But here's the
you
thing.
might disagree.
I'm not. I think I have mentioned that before. I'm not. And don't anybody think that I'm fooled by Trump into thinking that he's some kind of saint.
Of course not. No
No,
one is.
he's a useful person for me personally. He's useful for me because I believe that from the choice that we have, he's the better choice.
Yeah, but you're just selecting him because you think he's gonna do a good job. I mean, we're not. Yeah, because he's gonna do something good. We're not. We just don't like him unconditionally.
Right, exactly.
know?
He can also screw up, and then I will, and I hope we will, criticize him for it when he
Like if
deserves
you would
it.
have picked Marco Rubio, I would have been like, nah.
Yeah, exactly. This would have been a completely different
It would have
conversation.
been like, nah. I don't know who to pick. I mean, if he can't figure out that Marco Rubio was a
Compromise in the bathhouses.
yeah, I would have been like, no, man, that's it. But you know,
Hey, that's a rumor.
Yeah.
but I'm not even that, man. Even if he just his behavior, man. Marco Rubio, the past, I don't know how many years he's been in there. He's just I just don't trust him. I think he's part of the Uniparty.
Part of the swamp. So that's pretty much it about that. We do have one more. I wanted to touch on it real quick. I was going to mention it last week, but I think we should now, especially because we have an election coming, and the city council did something right for once. At least it's a step in the right direction, you know. This whole arena boondoggle, this disaster of a project that's been going on for years.
They're gonna go with it.
No. Now it's up to us, the voters. So we have to make sure we drill it into every El Pasoan's head. Vote to kill the arena.
Hey, but where are people gonna go to concerts to?
They can go
People want
outside.
to go to concerts.
They can go to the
UTEP.
ballpark.
No, people need somewhere to go to concerts to.
Slash
Wait.
S.
So you mean to tell me that the council finally understood that they represent our choices?
Yes. They're doing
You
something.
mean to say El Pasoans are actually going to have a say in what happens in their city?
Exactly.
Wow.
No way.
It's not like if we're not a
Stop
republic.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like our votes mattered at all ever. But okay, let's look at the headline. Let's look at this from El Paso taxpayer revolt by the chief instigator.
Who's the chief instigator?
I don't know.
Isn't
Is it
that
Max
guy?
Grossman? Is it
Gross.
Max Grossman? I wouldn't be surprised. City Council. City Council to let voters decide if they still want a downtown arena.
You know, let me interrupt. Just the wording. If they still want, like, I doubt. I mean, when you say that they still want, you're
Whoever
saying,
did.
you're saying that they wanted. And you know what? I do want all these things, but I also don't want the city to be in debt.
Yeah, if
Like,
it's in the budget, sure. If there's
But-
surplus, sure.
no, but yeah. Well, I'm just saying because
If it
The-
comes at the expense of raising your household
No.
taxes,
because we all live on a
property
budget,
taxes.
especially now with I was doing the math earlier, and like things, even though Biden tells you inflation's like at 6%, it's close to
No.
50. Like a lot of stuff you buy is more expensive, and it's so if we can get on a budget, I just don't see why the city. Yeah, do people want places to go to? Yeah, I want a lot of things too. I don't want the city to. I don't want everyone else to pay for it. So I know I hear this argument.
Yeah, I
Well,
want
what are we
five.
gonna-
I want 5 TVs in my apartment, and each TV to have a PlayStation 5, right? And each PlayStation 5 to have every single game that I want downloaded into it.
I just want a couple mini splits in my house right now.
Well, I
Like,
mean,
you know.
that's also a pretty good idea. No, but I'm saying that
Yeah.
doesn't mean that I'm gonna go out and buy
No,
all that crap.
yeah,
I'm not gonna put
can't.
my family in debt because I want to be entertained constantly. But anyway, this is actually pretty rich right here. El Paso Taxpayerrevolt.com. I give you guys a shout out. Some of your articles are gut busting. Let's scroll down. In the discussion on agenda item 30, which is this, Mayor Leeser affirmed he did something right. Mayor Leeser
Is he up for re-election?
affirmed. Yeah.
I really
Is
don't
he?
know, but I'm wondering.
Is he like check real quick?
I don't know. Because sometimes they start doing what
Yeah.
they're supposed to be doing when
When they're up for re-election.
and that's if they want to run again. I mean, if they don't, they probably don't care. But yeah. Awkward pause.
Yeah, right. I'm making it-
Smile like a news.
No, you know.
November.
Yeah,
He is up for re-election?
That makes sense.
Okay.
Dude, we're starting to sound like the prophetic, like the prophet way. Like, AJ.
Anybody with
They
it?
to put that episode up right away where you're saying that Biden's gonna be out within the next week and a half. Let's see if your prediction comes.
I think he'll be out by Monday, to tell you the truth.
This
This weekend would be perfect. This weekend would be perfect for him to get out.
We'll upload that one first then. Which is it? Is it this one or last one? Or the first one?
The first one, I think.
Or the first one? Well, yeah. Well, there you go. Upload that one first. Anyway, so yeah, it looks like Mayor Leach is up for re-election. So
Is he, Steven?
His term ends in December.
Oh, wow. Hey, and it's just, it kind of sucks that you start catching on to these games. But yeah, because hasn't he abstained from some votes where he could have been the tiebreaker?
Yeah.
And he decided.
Oh no! Because
I don't want to.
he's getting kickbacks probably. But yeah, I don't want to accuse Mayor Leach.
But yeah, you know what? I just thought it was weird that for once it seems like they're gonna let the voters pick. And I was kind of being sarcastic when I said, "Is he up for re-election?"
Yeah, because that's the meme. That's the joke.
Oh, well, I was being
if a politician starts doing something kind of
yeah.
against their normal behavior, then that means
Or they're finally, or they're finally acting on behalf of the people,
they're up for re-election.
But yeah,
But
that's the thing. He always expressed a sort of not disdain, but
Just think.
he wasn't convinced about the whole plan. He had 4 years to come
Yeah,
to this.
exactly. And it took
That's
him
another
so long.
thing.
No, here's the thing.
Hey, you have to get his
He
his
did-
thoughts together.
Now
He
they
did some-
finally convinced him that the plebes have to decide on this.
Oh, well, here's what he says. Mayor Lisa affirmed the voters were misled in 2012 when they were told that a 15,000 seat structure could be built for only $180 million. According to him, his conversations with city staff in 2014 during his first term as mayor already convinced him that the project was grossly underfunded. Obviously, we learned that it's going to be what, like 500 and something
That's
million?
right
Yeah, there you go. When asked point blank how much this 15K seat arena would cost today, CFO Robert Cortinas replied, Roberto Cortinas. It's going to be almost $513 million. So where's the rest of the money coming
So
from?
that's 376 and 12. Are the liberals, because they don't run by party, right?
Yeah.
But look at what they're admitting. That's 376 million in 2012 dollars. So
How much is it now?
So how much inflation is? So 513 used to be 376 million. That's a little less than half. So I don't know. It's
Do the math, guys.
do the math.
Well, the important thing is that Representative Cassandra Hernandez goes apoplectic. She was like, can you
She's
help
going
me?
electric?
Yeah, she's going electric. Because all of the gas that she's been using, she says, "Yeah, I better go electric."
Let's
this
go.
time.
No, it's apoplectic. Yeah. Anyways.
It's just like
They
shocked to a point of being frozen. Yesterday, she denied that the voters were misled and called the project's opponents bad actors. She even stated that the city should never have withdrawn from its 6-year legal battle against Max Grossman, but should have pressed forward in the courts for as long as necessary. Because it's not about the money, it's about sending a message.
Everything burns.
During the discussion, she became, that word, electric, as she whined for more deficit spending. And at one point, it seemed as if her eyeballs might shoot out of their
Oh
sockets.
shit!
It's like,
It's like those guys on the Guinness Book of World Records.
So, like, I mean, this chief instigator, I love that handle, by the way. That's awesome. He does hit the nail on the head. Nobody believes this woman anymore. And if you still do, I have a bridge to sell you.
No, you don't.
Shut up, Ruben. Shh. Trying to make some money. I want my PlayStation 5s. So, as things stand, let's scroll down a little bit more. The city has.
Hold on. Who refuses to contribute to her campaign for mayor? Oh, she's running for mayor.
Oh, she was, but that's not going anywhere. Who really? Cassandra Hernandez, mayor? Yeah, right. As things stand, the city has issued $52 million in bond debt, with $13 million spent acquiring Duranguito properties, $5 million spent on administrative costs. Administrative costs. How many is it? Is it a team of 50 people? And $34 million sitting in a bank account since 2016. Another $128
I wonder
million.
if the interest in the bank account kept up with inflation. Anyways,
Another $128 million in bond debt has yet to be issued. Please note that the city's litigation costs came out of the budget of the city attorney's office and not from bond funds. So it came from the city.
yeah. It's...
I mean, come on, guys.
So think about what that money could have been spent on instead of having to defend themselves.
And it's just in limbo. A lot of
Yeah.
it. It's just like it's not spent. It's not going anywhere. It could be used to make our star.
Don't even give him ideas, bro.
Yeah, maybe not.
Don't give him ideas.
But yes, Mr. Instigator, he does end this article saying, "We wish to congratulate Mayor Leeser on providing strong leadership yesterday, as well as Representatives Kennedy, Fierro, and Canales for co-sponsoring item 30.
See what the voters can you put the screen down a little bit? If the voters cancel the project, the bondholders will get a refund. Oh, okay. 120 million general obligation bonds will not be issued. I wonder if they're going to get their bonds with interest or, well, of course they are, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of, just because they issued bonds for a project, it wasn't done. So it was like they just, they shouldn't have never done it from the beginning. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, it was kind of a nail biting experience for a little bit there. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe.
We wish to congratulate Mayor Leeser on providing strong leadership yesterday, and he is running for re-election, right? You looked it up. So is he displaying strong leadership, or is he displaying his will to remain
a strategy?
Mayor.
It's all strategy.
So maybe on after the election, he'll come to the conclusion that, you know what, guys, we do need that.
You betrayed us. But guys, if you get anything from this episode, vote to kill the arena. Kill the project. We don't need it. We don't want it.
We need to go to concerts.
You can go to concerts at Don Haskins.
Speaking rock.
No, we need to go to concerts.
Oh my gosh. What is Ricardo Arjona going to come and play for you?
We need a good basketball court.
It's going to be a rec center too. You know what? I withdraw everything I said.
We're going to have, what was it? Multicultural dances. We're going to teach kids how to do pottery, accepting their inner selves, and all that.
Hippie crap.
There's cultural awareness.
Awareness.
All right.
Well, guys, that's all we got for now. This one went a little longer than I wanted to. But hey,
It is what it is.
It
You
is.
know, you know.
You know. So give us a like, leave a comment, subscribe, share the show with everyone that you know. Check us out on X, Facebook, Rumble. Peace out. Have a blessed day.